Cool. Uh, Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, and today we are going to cover um about agentic AI, right? So, what is agentic AI and how it works, right? So, we are going to cover about that, right? So, let's consider a RAG chatbot. Uh, let's consider we have an app um that we've built for our company, and let's call it HR assistant, right? What we can do is we can ask him questions about like how many vacations do we get per year, right? So it can give you an answer saying that we have around 15 days, 20 days, something like this, right? We can also ask questions like what are the policy on sick leaves, like it can give me an answer saying that they are around 10 paid leaves or something like this, right? uh, cool. So if we see that for a RAG chatbot we have an LLM model, and we have input multiple PDFs to it, right? From our organizations, which has details on vacations, sick leaves, and all, right? So we'll ask questions to the LLM model, and it will read from this PDF and give us an answer, right? So this RAG-based chatbot is not an agentic, right? This is in the workflow. This is example of a workflow, right? So if you see what are agentic system, according to Anthropic, right? There are two systems. One is the workflow and one is the agents, right? Workflows are systems where LLM and tools are orchestrated through predefined code paths. Right? We define They have predefined code paths, and LLMs and tools are used to get the answers or orchestrate the answers. Right. And what are agents? Agents are systems where LLM dynamically directs their own processes and tool uses, right? And maintaining control over their company's tasks, right? What does it means is that agents will decide their own processes and what tools to use, and they have their own control on top of it, right? And on each plan they executes different tools or processes to get the answers or to get the work done, right? So let's advance this RAG chatbot and integrate some tools to it, right? So let's say um, we have integrated our database, and with the help of API, it will connect to our database and give us the answer. So let's say me as the user, I will ask questions to the chatbot saying that how many leaves do I have left this year, right? It can say I have around five leaves. And I can also ask him to, let's say, apply 2 leaves, 2 days of casual leave on this particular date, right? So it will say, it will call our APIs and update the database and call our services and all, and it'll work and it will do the job, right? So this is also not an agentic uh, AI example. Like this is example of tool augmented chatbots, right? We simply integrate the tools that are required for the work that has to be done, right? This is also not an example of agentic system because it is not doing any planning or processing for us, right? So what is agentic AI? So let's say we define a goal for the agent, or and we say that let's onboard a new member who is joining on Monday, right? So now the goal is now this goal requires multiple step planning and reasoning. With each step, LLM will be involved along with APIs, tools, and knowledge base, right? So the API, the PDFs that we provide, it acts as a knowledge base for us, right? So what the agentic AI will do, it will create a plan for us, right? Or it will create a plan for itself and then execute those plan with the help of APIs, tools, and knowledge base, right? Uh, the LLM will do it, right? So let's say the plan that the agentic AI has made for this onboarding a new member on Monday is, let's say, schedule a welcome meeting on Monday, right? Create a profile in HR management system, right? The new joinee who has joined, we needs to has have his or her profile in the HR management system, so that in future we can ask questions like how many leaves do I have, or manage finance and all, right? It also creates IT help desk supports, uh, which takes care of email generation, AWS access, Slack access, XYZs, right? And then there is also what do you say, asset management section, asset management, asset management module or section, um, which orders the laptop and ID card for us, right? So the agentic AI will make a plan, right? These are the plan of action that he has to perform when a new member is joining, right? So this the LLM will generate the plan for us, and then it will execute it one by one, right? And in between, it will use all the tools, APIs that are required smartly and do the job, right? So what are the characteristics of an agentic AI, right? It's a goal-oriented planning, right? This is the goal that he has to achieve, right? This is the goal that he has to achieve. Multiple multi-step reasoning, right? So there's multiple step involved in this, and it is doing its own reasoning, right? Autonomous decision making, right? Let's say it has to create IT help desk supports, right? Slack access, AWS access, right? Some error came in between, right? It will retry that, and it will do something else, and it will retry it on its own, right? And it is also using Outlook, Gmail, or something like this, and it has a knowledge base of the company that we has provided, right? And it has the memory or the context of the chat. Uh, that we have that we are on which we are performing these actions, right? So if you see, what is agentic chatbot, right? Agentic chatbot, the job remains the same. You questions the LLM and it will give you an answer. It will connect to our database, it will send out an email, it will create an order and place the order for laptops and ID cards and all, right? So I hope till this we are clear. So if we want to define what is an agentic AI system, so agentic AI system is an AI system that can make decisions and take action on its own, right, to achieve a goal without being told exactly what to do at every step, right? We have never told the agentic AI system that you have to create all these things, right? You have to order a laptop, HR management system, but you have to create profiles, right? We're simply given it a goal, saying that a new member is joining on Monday, right? Onboard that member, right? So it has done it has taken multiple decisions and taken actions on top of it, right, to achieve that particular goal, right? So if we see there, we have talked about what do you say, three systems, right? Uh, Three agentic systems. One is RAG chatbot, the other is tool augmented chatbot, and the third one is the agentic AI, right? Which we are focusing. So, if in agentic AI, it is reactive. It uses tool. It has its own reasoning. It has its plan, as we saw earlier, and it has proactiveness, right? It will take actions on its own when it is executing the task, right? If required. Uh, so this is an example of how the agentic AI system works, right? We can take multiple examples like AI coding, right? I can say to the AI system, let's say create a similar app to Notion using React, right? The good example for this is Cursor, right? The Cursor, if you tell Cursor that you have to create a Notion app or something, right? It will do all its job that is required, and it will create a React app similar to Notion, right? There's another example called Travel Assistant, right? So in Travel Assistant, what we can do is we can say that I want to book 5 days of New York trip, right, in October, and also, and I want it, I want, I want it to be sunny for 2 days at least in the 5 days trip, and the flight budget should be, uh, what do you say, less than $1,000, right? So what it will do is AI will create a plan and then execute that plan accordingly, right? So let's say the plan made by the AI is I need to first check check the weather to find a week that has 2 days sunny, right? And then it will find out my location, and then it from current location, it will find flights to New York whose budget is less than $1,000, right? And then it will again sort these uh, flights uh, with uh, with a minimum durations, right? And it will give the users, right? So this is the plan made by the AI. What it will do is, in between, it will start the execution of these processes, right? So it will execute the AccuWeather API. It will send the location and the month, and it will get the relevant weather details that is required, right? Then again, it will make a API call, or you can say to make my trip, where departure and arrival is given, and the date on which it has fine, right? 17th and 18th. uh, October for 5 days, right? In between these days, it will start searching that, right? So this is again example of AI system, agentic AI system, right? Right, where you have given it a task that it has to perform with certain constraints that you want, and it will just plan it out for you, and then it will start executing it. And after this, it will book the flights for you if you have given the access to it, right? I hope this helps you out, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sharing more videos on agentic AI system, and in future we'll start building multiple agentic AI systems that are required uh, to gain knowledge and stay relevant, right? Cool. Thank you.